I'm Scott McHenry, and this is a bit of me. It's called The Night Leonard Died. And it's one of those that I just wrote down because the words came into my head. So, the night Leonard died. It was dark and snowy when he left the barn. Joe, the chestnut Belgian, snuffled through the clover hay. He slid the wide wooden door closed, oiled rollers moving smoothly. He dropped the heavy oaken bar into the hooks latching the wide doors. Wind howled through the wide cracks under the eaves. The wind came off the ridge, chill of rock, smell of wintry trees, adding their spirits. Holding his hat, beard flying, leaning into the wind, he crossed the barnyard. The blowing snow obliterated all light. The barn doors rattled behind him. The gate creaked in front of him. He lifted his face into the force of the wind, and he howled. He howled with pleasure. Howled because he loved the storm. The storm howled right back, familiar with his joy. The dog waited, dry, insensible, on the long porch, grinning. He was used to the howling. The man liked a lot of things. The two stood on the porch by the railing, as they often did, and listened. Like a thought forming, it came. A long, gliding cello note rode the shrieking wind. The wind picked up the note somewhere up there, where nobody knew or cared. They listened. The storm took the note, lengthened it, carried it home. Home to the long porch with the red benches. Another single note, waiting till the first died away. A third, one at a time, without beginning or end, emerging from, disappearing into the crying wind. Hair and fur stood up, lifted by the call to the spirits of the two friends. Seconds passed. Minutes. More. Man nor dog so much as twitched. Snow blew in, powdering them a softer gift of the wind. The wind had carried her music home, her home for so very long. Home so long, so many years ago. Home she had played her cello for. He knew she was coming, as she had come before. But he knew not when. He shivered, suddenly aware the notes were no longer to be heard. He turned the big brass knob, and the two friends entered their home, dark and cold. Inside, he lit her old kerosene lamp, put a match to kindling already laid. He ate his bowl of leftover morning oatmeal, read a bit, whispered to the dog. He blew out the lamp, watched the flames in the fireplace dwindle to embers, and walked in the dark to his bed. The wind whistled through the window he kept raised, hoping to hear her cello sigh. Snow gathering on the floor under the window. He slept. That's that. Oh, wait a minute. The reason it's called The Night Leonard Died, and there's no Leonard, and that's not the man's name, nor the dog's. This was written because it was written the evening that the wonderful Leonard Cohen died. And I like Leonard Cohen's music.